If you can't confidently explain why sodium chloride is ionic and oxygen is covalent, then you are not exam ready yet. Let's fix that right now. Electrovalent bond is formed when a metallic atom transfers its valence electron to a non-metallic atom. The metallic atom is called a donor because it transfers its valence electron to the non-metallic atom regarded as the acceptor. So when the metallic atom transfers its electron, it becomes positively charged. When the metallic atom transfers its electron, it becomes positively charged, and the non-metal that accepts the electron becomes negatively charged. The attraction between opposite charges represents the existence of the electrovalent bond. The electrovalent bond is also known as the ionic bond. Now let's take an illustration to understand this better. So let's look at an illustration using sodium atom and fluorine atom. Sodium with an atomic number of 11 has an electronic configuration of 281, which means it has one electron in its outermost shell, while chlorine with a configuration of 287 has 7 electrons in its outermost shell. So that's 7. Then the ionic bond is formed when the valence electron in sodium, the one valence electron, is transferred to the non-metal. When the transfer occurs, the sodium atom becomes a cation, which means it will now have 8 valence electrons. While the non-metal that accepted the one valence electron from sodium will now have 8 valence electrons also. And to possess a negative charge. So the attraction between the positively charged sodium ion and the negatively charged chlorine ion represents the ionic bond. Covalent bond is formed when atoms of elements share electrons. Atoms of elements contribute their valence electrons to be shared between them to form covalent bonds. Of course, in doing this, they are able to attain octet state and also attain the duplet state. The electron shared is usually the electrons in their outermost shell, which is their valence electrons. The electron shared can be represented with an horizontal bar, and it is common between molecular gases or non-metals that are identical. For example, oxygen gas, as you can see, it has a double bond. Nitrogen gas, known to have a triple covalent bond. So each pair of electron, in the case of hydrogen, is represented with an horizontal bar. So a bar represents that 2 electrons are being shared. Let's show another illustration for oxygen. For oxygen has an atomic number of 8. So it has 6 electrons in its valence shell, 6 in its outermost shell. So 2 atoms of oxygen. So okay, oxygen 8. So once again, 6 valence electrons. So for the oxygen atom, from oxygen gas, 2 pairs of electrons are shared. 2 pairs of electrons are shared. So we go 1, 2, 1, 2. And oxygen has other electrons that will not participate in the binding, called lone pairs. So now when we count either to the left or to the right, both sides would have achieved octet. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's how a covalent bond is formed. Now put your answer in the comment section. What type of bond will be present between hydrogen and chlorine? Put your answer in the comment section. It is also important to note that the essence of this bonding between atoms of elements is because of their tendency to achieve either the duplet state and the octet state. If you enjoy contents like this, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends.